Hi, welcome back to Thise Prime channel, and today a bit late, but finally my few thoughts about the first episode of Kakusei Hunter Omega Horn. I will mention I am recording this after second episode, but not after seeing it, and this video will probably fly after the third, but I physically am incapable of watching that one, so it's just pure thoughts about first episode, and I don't remember exactly what I said in a video that I made last month, but I definitely need to make an apology here. So the overall thoughts, I really do like that episode. In terms of like the visuals, I definitely like those. In terms of like how everything looked, moved, nice and dandy. I'm not judging things like camera work and similar to those because this is standard toy at this point, but definitely the suits, the action, the effects all looked pretty nicely. So I will just go with my like photos and thoughts. And first is the opening battle, and oh boy, we already started at seeing the battle between the Kaku and his white counterpart. Definitely suggest some kind of like bigger backstory for whole world, and I like when fictional worlds have a lot of backstory. So that's nice, and it was obviously impressive visually. Yeah. So next. Oh yes. So the montage with Shout, and that shows off mostly the suit, but also how Shout is. So there is a slight possibility the suit has grown on me. I will say I am starting to like the top of the suit. I still think shorts are a bit weird. I really do love the mask actually. But I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of cap, to be honest. It's just because I see it weird. Like this is actually a cap, just a cap that shouts worse. So this isn't very protecting. Like it's just a cap. Something hits him hard in the head, and bye bye. So I don't know. I just see it a little bit weirdly, but the whole like montage of seeing him doing this adventure or explore stuff was nice. In the film, I did not expect that his like transformation device would have a voice. And it actually might be a mainstay of the show now. So that's definitely interesting. The scene with him being in that town where everyone is dressed like cowboys. Um, it's definitely out there. It reminds me of Demons of the Shadow Realm, like in the way that we have this old a rundown, not rundown, like old, not really technological place, and then obviously Shout in his bootleg Iron Man suit. Also setting up that he's like not doesn't want to participate in those fights is definitely interesting. And then we have a fight scene with Giriko, and it's definitely interesting. So we've technically got a transformation sequence, even it was just for the mask. It was interesting that we had a scene of the warriors also in themselves, a bit like old Japanese style when for the battles the warriors were like announced who they were from what families they were coming. So that's probably the inspiration here. Also, it does have sense after all. They are handling gigantic megaphones. The effects were pretty okay. So it definitely was a version of exploitation, taking the fact that it was a battle of two people, not a hero in a suit and a monster from rubber. So yeah, but yeah. So next, we have Enkaku himself. So we get a scene of him talking uh, as a that as a lizard deer creature, and he drops and that shout does have emotion. So there's definitely some connection between Emo gear and Egor gear. After all, there is some response to emotions in both of them. So I wonder where this will go. If you want to ask me about the in terms of like the when actor takes over, it's so I like stories where especially a Taku exaggerated style acting where we have a character that is like acting weirded out by everything around him. I really do like that. So we will have this for sure. Yeah, and I definitely liking the costume he has, and we have the freaking maybe not villains, but like the antagonists, and like they're weird, so they have this freaking base, this freaking base with a gigantic cloud over it. We have freaking leader of the organization being called Ibaru. Somewhere I found translation the despair, and the one I was watching subtitles had of destruction, I think so. But in the same time, he's saying something about saving the world, saving the world, and I now have to cat. And coming after a quick cut. Yeah, Ibaru and all of his forces are either with some second agenda or are really, 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 really delusional. So that's definitely interesting. Next up, I find absolutely funny the fact that the rival to Enkaku, that in terms of suit is literally just Enkaku in white and gold. And human form is this twink. I know, I just find it funny. We have this absolute hunk of a man, and his rival is a twink. I don't know. I just find it a bit funny or interesting, maybe. So we have flunkies with all of the Ibaru forces, but let's be honest, the only one that actually piques interest and makes you stop for a moment is one certain Mr. Cop from another dimension, or maybe not. So we have Reiji, who my subtitle is called The Unbeatable, and yeah, he looks like a mean Reiji. So I really am on to see what will happen here. So as I said, the relation between Shout and Enkaku is fun. Him ordering him to call himself Captain Omega Horn is interesting. I also do find interesting the absolute reluctancy of Shout to go to a fight. The first idea we had sometimes in Toku characters that were reluctant, but like ultimately they did accept that full time that they have to fight. No, Shout is really not my thing, so that's definitely interesting angle to take character. And then we get to a battle and obviously the henshin sequence, and I do admit it's fun. I like it more than the Jojaks from Gavon, but because you can see more. But I mean, they were also fine, but just the fact you can actually see more about transformation, more of the mechanical aspect is funner for me. I also do find interesting that we could see Enkaku's transformation sequence. So that's definitely an interesting angle as well. The battle itself was so definitely props to Shout for the fact that, despite the fact that he didn't want even to participate, he jumped straight on a, I think, seven condemnations high, 7 condemnations of a building high monster. That's definitely interesting. Although it will also lead up to the fart joke. God damn it. First Ultraman Tio and a poop joke, now this and a fart joke. I really hope mice won't have any extra mental jokes. But overall, the fight was fun. Big props to the Enkaku's suit actor, because dude had to make choreography while being crunched on all fours in duck position in a rubber suit. And that's always, for me, impressive. In terms of like the one thing from the battle, the fact that the winner takes the Egor gear of the loser is definitely an interesting little thing. Obviously, Shout gives it back, but definitely, I guess later he will start taking taking them, and we will be seeing the forms or maybe augmentations the toys have shown us. Also, the taking them part feels for me reminiscent of Mechard a bit. That you can take the losers monster. Yeah, and the final shot. So the final shot of the episode, and it's a surprise, obviously, as we see the round down abandoned on the beach, Cosmo Gavarian probably rages, but ultimately, who knows? That shot is my favorite shot of the episode. Also, I will say, it reminds me a bit of the ending of the opening of Pacific Rim when Gypsy is at the beach, and also it does remind me a bit of that Evangelion art with Ava in the less body of water. You know, similar vibes for me. And so yeah, this is everything about the plot, the plot of the episode, how it went, how I felt about it, and I definitely do like what I saw. I definitely do wanna continue watching, and I feel like this is more drastic and a bit more adventurous than Gavan Infinity, so I definitely do have my highest hopes for Project R.E.D. Not that I didn't have them a lot, I was just a bit more, how to say it, I was saving more of my hopes a bit more. I was a bit more cautious, but now I definitely do really want to see where this will go. So this will probably be all for this video. I hope you liked it. You may comment, you may subscribe. I hope to see you when winds bring you back here. Thus.